everyone knows our next guest in the green room now.
Dr. Schubel.
Welcome aboard.
Honored to be here.
Dr. Hahn.
All right. Hey, have a seat.
Gentlemen.
Hey, was that
Hello,
fantastic?
world.
Dr. Stephanie Harris, of course, representing Durango,
amazing.
right?
Yes.
Colorado.
Yeah,
Was that
awesome.
fantastic?
Great.
And this is that inclusiveness that it opened up. And Frank, you said it the best. One of the things you love about the Knowles family is that inclusiveness of message. I got to tell you, you want to talk about somebody who's included in everything. We're looking at him,
Yes.
Dr. Peter Kevorkian, who we, by the way, call the chairman of the board because he just happens to be the chairman of the board of everything. He's the chairman of the board of the Board of Trustees, Sherman College of Chiropractic. He's the chairman of the board, I believe, of the ICPA. Or you're a chairman, or you're a board member?
Yeah,
ICPM?
board member,
Okay.
president. It's
Okay.
not officially, yeah.
He's just a big deal over
Yeah.
there. And then the other thing is the chairman of the board of the IFCO, which is the International Federation of Chiropractors and Organizations.
I've heard of them.
He has amazing ability to coordinate like-minded individuals and make that strategy effective. And that you get people together and you get some juice out of them. You get some work out of it. You get their best. You pull their best out and move them towards the vision. That's one of the things I very much admire about you, Dr.
I
Kevorkian.
think we
Welcome
would
to the-
not be where we are today in chiropractic because of Dr. Peter Kevorkian.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed. I seriously one of the most influential.
You guys keep
characters
going. I'm enjoying this.
in chiropractic today. In chiropractic today. So welcome to the IFCO television program, my friend.
Great to be here. Thank you, Liam. And thank you, Frank.
Yeah,
you
my
guys
pleasure.
are very kind. I don't know if I deserve all that.
Well,
I just do what
Doc,
I do.
let's start. Why do you think it's important to be here at Mile High?
Mile High, well, I think, Liam, you had just said it. It really is bringing together quite a diverse aspect of chiropractors. All of them have a centralized focus at the importance of ensuring the spine is free of nerve interference and allowing the human being or any life form to fully express itself by being free of vertebral subluxations. And we have every technique, the diversity of techniques that are present here. We have diversity of practice styles that are here. We have diversity of personalities that are here. So it actually is a real good coming together of the diversity that exists in this camp, in this brand of chiropractic.
Now, Dr. Kevorkian, we're going to be, of course, spending this weekend with some pretty powerful individuals in the profession. One of those is Dr. Edward Cordero is going to be showing up, the president of Sherman College of Chiropractic. You being on the board there and being the chairman of the board of Sherman College of Chiropractic, the Board of Trustees, could you share with us some of the exciting things that you're seeing coming down the pipeline with Sherman College of Chiropractic?
Well, Sherman traditionally has been a school grounded firmly in the location correction of vertebral subluxation. That has been its mainstay. And the importance of having subluxations corrected because in and of themselves they are a detriment to the expression of human life. So the school started with that mission and that direction and has trained students and grounded students in the specific analysis and the specific correction of vertebral subluxation. But it's been a very small school, always has been a small school in South Carolina. Not bad, but the advantage of having Dr. Cordero at leadership right now is not only is the school thriving, literally since his presidency has more than doubled the size of enrollment of the institution, has increased faculty, staff, administration. The morale is extraordinary on campus. So he's done an amazing job on campus at Sherman College, but he's also extending its walls around the globe. Throughout Latin America, he's been over to China, through Europe, and allowing the world to know not just that Sherman College exists there, but that their reach is going to impact internationally. We're talking about expanding our borders institutionally, of sharing our curriculum, of sponsoring other programs to be spawned in other parts of the world. So it's an exciting thing to see that Sherman College isn't just this phenomenal school in South Carolina that's training chiropractors in the specific location correction of subluxation, but is bringing that out to the world. So that's very exciting to see.
Well, and also, you're shifting gears. So, we're talking about the ICPA as you're involved in. Also, Sherman College, probably the mainstay of chiropractic education, one of the central focal points of your work here in the United States. But the ICPA is crucial as well, because if we're talking about transformation and evolution of the planet, well, then we've got to look at what the future of our planet holds for our children.
Absolutely.
And certainly the ICPA is training doctors of chiropractic around the world to be better at delivering that detection, analysis, and correction of vertebral subluxation service, that unique service that chiropractic provides to children to optimize their human experience. You and I had some exciting discussions before we got on this interview about some of the things that are coming down the pike with the ICPA as it grows and expands its influence. Could you share with us some of that
Absolutely.
information?
Well, first of all, the International Chiropractic Pediatric Association, the ICPA, has 3 branches. Its first branch is in chiropractic education. It is to train and develop the skills in chiropractors and chiropractic students during their last year in the location analysis of spinal subluxations, particularly in the pediatric spine. More than half the curriculum is focused hands-on training at the location and correction of spinal subluxation, but it's a well-rounded program to understand the dynamics and the importance of success in a family practice. So that's our curriculum. It's a certification program for a year and a half. It includes within it 2 research projects. If people want to go on for a diplomat, they can go on for a diplomat. It's a further training and proficiency, and a very, very, very rigorous program ensuring proficiencies in that. The second branch of ICPA is public education. Their world I guess it's got all sorts of awards. A publication called Pathways Magazine, which is a family practice magazine available to chiropractors, chiropractic practices around the world. It's in a number of languages that really builds upon the chiropractic lifestyle. That, as well as other patient education materials, exist. But the thing that we were just talking about, the third branch of ICPA, is the research division. Our research division has been led by Dr. Joel Alcantara. Joel is a master researcher, a chiropractor, and has really carved out our path at allowing us to publish many aspects of chiropractic research in a variety of focal areas, but most predominantly in a wellness model.
Yes.
In a salutogenic model, building the well-being of people, and showing the impact of chiropractic care, not just at its effectiveness of a condition, but allowing that person to thrive within their lives. So that aspect of focus and research, a lot of it has come through our practice-based research network, the PBRNs, which actually other professions have looked at what Joel has accomplished within the ICPA and how he's been able to accumulate data in such a large population around the globe, and is actually very envious of how we can accumulate that data because we've incorporated it as part of our continuing education program. Well, at our last board meeting, I said, well, what would it look like? Is instead of it just being the board of ICPA and Joel directing the research, what would happen if we sat at the table, a researcher, an educator, a politician, an academician, a sociologist, a philosopher, a chiropractic philosopher, and we all began to engage in conversation of where do we want to go with research? Right. So it's a little premature for me to say the outcome of the conversation, but I was sitting at the table with some of the most brilliant minds in this realm, Chris Kent, Simon Senzon, Matt McCoy. I mean, just some amazing minds. Okay, so we're sitting there bouncing around various ideas, and Jeannie and I look at each other, foaming at them. I was like, where on planet Earth would this conversation ever occur? Not only, put on your seatbelts, but where, I think it's premature to say because we don't have anything solidified yet, but the areas of investigation that we are looking at is not just going to move chiropractic in terms of researching and solidifying this wellness aspect, this salutogenic, bringing to better life aspect, but we are actually going to carve out and define what that is.
Huge.
And we've already gotten feedback from other circles that Joel and Chris and people are engaged in medical research and healthcare research that are looking at the kind of conversation we're having. Is this, my God, if you guys are able to accomplish this, and I know we can, we have the minds to be able to do it, you're totally going to redefine this area of research, because one of the biggest challenges we've had as chiropractors is people say, oh, you don't have enough research, you don't have enough research, you don't have enough research. But the problem is the research models that exist, that all exist within a pathogenic model.
Exactly.
It all exists in terms of correcting subluxation. Oh, it's good at treating headaches. Oh, it's good at eliminating asthma. Oh, it's good at bedwetting, or not, or whatever. But the area of conversation, we're looking at true lifestyles. We're looking at elevate the well-being of the physiology, having benchmarks of what is normal and what's excess, what is extraordinary in terms of human performance, and how that can make a change under chiropractic care. So we're really excited about this dimension.
And it brings back my original point. You're helping to push chiropractic forward.
Absolutely.
And essentially evolving it to where it's going to be going to in the future.
Frank, if BJ
Yes.
Probably one of the most prominent leaders within this level of thinking
Right.
in chiropractic, were alive today, he would be excited as he could
Yes.
possibly be. Wherever he is, if he's viewing what's going on, I think he's really happy.
The impact, that's something that he started that went out so far, reached so far.
And I also have to say where Reggie is, wherever
Yes.
he's sitting, probably the leading chiropractic philosopher,
Yeah.
to hear the philosophical thoughts that he has spawned within people and that level of congruence
And I
within
think
its
if they
expression.
were alive today trying to have the impact in their peak state, they'd be doing things like
Absolutely.
this too. What we're doing with
Absolutely.
IFCO-TV, what we're doing with the social platforms, reaching people.
Well, listen, I mean, I just had lunch with Irene
Irene,
Gold.
yeah.
So, by the way, Irene Gold could be sitting on a beach in Florida and never
Right.
participate in the profession at all. She flew in here to be at Mile High because she knows, like you talked about, like BJ Palmer and Reggie Gold, that this is the place to be, that this is where the puck is moving forward. And so it's very exciting to be a part of this movement. And again, very appreciative, Peter, for all that you're doing in ICPA, of course, the board at Sherman. But let's talk about one final thing, and we'll
Yeah, you mentioned, Dr. Schubel mentioned that you're
Yeah.
chairman of the board of IFCO. So can you give the people at home just a state of the union for IFCO?
Of IFCO.
Yeah.
Probably the biggest thing that I get asked, what's IFCO doing?
Yes.
IFCO is, well, first of all, one of the things that's helped get IFCO across the globe is the work of this guy right here.
Thank
I
you.
got to tell you, Frank, I don't think anything has been able to reach more lives, more minds, and impacting them seeing IFCO and what benefits IFCO does. As we move forward within our profession, and this brand of our profession grows, it is going to be coming under more and more scrutiny, more and more challenges, and from both outside our profession and from inside our profession. There have been claims that have been brought again via state boards, through malpractice, challenging wellness plans,
That's right.
concierge plans, taking care of children, long-term care for vertebral subluxation just because vertebral subluxations exist. These are being challenged, not just from outside our profession, but from within our profession. That there are efforts being made to practitioners saying that you can't practice that way. If I was a practitioner and that challenge was brought against me, I would want a national organization, an international organization full of members to say that that is an ethical, honest, and efficacious way to practice.
Right.
I would say of the greatest service IFCO does is not just getting chiropractors to see this idea of chiropractic, because I believe most chiropractors own that in their soul, but that we are here to support that process and ensuring those chiropractors are safe to practice. That those chiropractors have a body behind them saying, yes, this is a means by which to practice. If you're the only one saying this and your community is saying, no, you're something different than that, how long will you be able to do it? But if you're saying this, if I'm saying this, and you guys are saying this, and we have hundreds of thousands of members around the world saying this, then it becomes a very efficacious and very valid way in terms of practice. If we can have validated research that also supports that, that only helps the person. So IFCO is taking on a leadership role in this dimension.
Yeah, we're basically creating a new normal for the planet, really.
Amen.
And that's the idea, is that people no longer say, oh, you're taking your child to the chiropractor where they have back pain or neck pain. They say instead, oh, you're taking your child to the chiropractor. That makes total sense. Their spine and nervous system is crucial to their transformation and evolution as humans on the planet.
I'll tell you, it is exciting after 30 plus years in practice to have people call on the telephone who are moving into the area.
Yeah.
I used to see chiropractor X, and I'm looking for a chiropractor for my family.
Yes.
And and they said that you were the best,
Right,
or whatever,
Right.
right? That
You're
you
the
were a
person to
family
go to.
practice, right?
Yes.
And they come into the practice having been under chiropractic care on a regular basis, most of them weekly, for not just the treatment of headaches, back pain,
Right.
but to allow their bodies to be. That we did not see
No.
30 years ago. I wouldn't even say 20 years ago. I mean, we're beginning to see that happen more and more and more. I'm seeing in my own little microcosm, and to
me
see
too.
that's growing, that's the efforts of
Huge.
IFCO.
Yeah.
That's IFCO making and touching the lives of chiropractors around the world.
Well, thank you so much, Dr. Peter Kevorkian, for being a participant here at the Mile High event here
I'm
in
honored.
Boulder, Colorado, and being on our program. And
I'm
Yeah.
super honored for that.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you.
I appreciate it so much.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Thank you for what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Wow. Impactful.